apparently now it's actually live. Hello and welcome to this thing I call my life. And why will not go play? I'm not quite sure why it is. My taskbar won't auto hide like it's supposed to, but so I will figure that out later. Anyway, I really, oh my god, I want to use this to open up my, with the package I just got, but I'm like, but yeah, this is my Sword of Omens, by the way. This is actually going to be part of the Hulkbuster build. And actually, because the hands on the Hulkbuster, I mean, like, this is way too big to use for dueling, but it just so happens that the Hulkbuster actually has big enough hands that this is actually proportionate. So I'll actually be putting that into the. Okay, just making sure. For some reason that's not going, but that is. So I know that things are going. Anyway, uh, first thing I'm going to be opening is let me make sure I know which one I got this from. Do. Probably should have. Because I bought things off of two different people on eBay, so I need to actually find which one is whose. Okay, that should get me to and purchases. Okay. All right, I'm not sure which one this is. I think I know. But yeah, as much as I got, I wish I could use that to open packages. Uh, anyway, yeah, this one is okay. Yeah, this one is I believe Doombot, if I remember correctly. Let me look at my messages with him. Uh, just be absolutely certain. Ah, yes, okay. Yeah, I got this because I remember actually the name on the channel as well. Uh, yeah, these. Oh, ah, okay. Yeah, first off, I mean, I have to say, well, based on what it is and everything and all, I mean, the packaging and everything from this guy. I mean, it gets it done. I mean, it for what you're expecting and everything else, and the fact that as solid as these things were built back when I was a kid, yeah, not a problem. I'm just kind of just the when I'm the everything gets shipped in a box type. That's just me personally, but yeah, but yeah, I actually like how he's packaged these and everything else. And, oh, oh my god! Oh yes! Oh God, I have missed these things. All right, let me just have the. Ah, okay. Whoa, okay, yeah, that is some old batteries. Yeah, we're just gonna kind of. Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these batteries have been in there since since Josh was a kid, actually. Um, but yeah, these are the original photon guns, and I mean, realistically, I mean it. Yeah, because I'm these are probably just going to end up going on my shelf. But I like these. These look a lot like the original RoboCop guns. So, and I've got a RoboCop. Oh yeah, the reset button and everything. Uh, but oh my god, yeah, I used to love the when I was a kid. I had laser tag myself. Uh, there was always uh, but like and like somebody else had photon, and they would not work together. But yeah, but I ended up actually getting a pair of them. I don't know if they work. I can't remember if he tested them or not. Okay, yeah, battery's probably dead. But okay. In any event, yeah, I really don't care whether they work or not. To be honest, and everything, and they weren't. There was nothing actually said about whether they work in the ad. But I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, I have photon guns again. So, or well, first, actually, this is technically the first, the first set of photon guns I've ever actually owned. I used to play with a friend of mine all the time, but yeah, way too big, and yeah, might be able to, but yeah, I've got a few ideas for variations of Star Lord's guns and everything. So, anyway, sorry, I need to stop geeking out so much and actually get back to the video. All right. Anyway, yeah, I actually got these off of eBay from guy who's his eBay user is actually Doombot, except it's the O's in Doom are actually zeros. So I'm not quite sure like how he says it or whatever, but either way, like I said, it's Doombot, and it's D00MBOT. And he also has a YouTube channel. Well, his channel is his name, but basically look for Vintage Toy Freedom. I've actually watched a bunch of his videos, and it's actually they're kind of interesting. It's I'm more into it for like the range of like just like really obscure toys that like he has like several that he features several that were like mail-in promotions, and then other ones like really obscure products. So, like I don't remember, like I never saw when I was a kid, but like I remember like the Centurions toys. I thought those were kind of cool, but I didn't know that they actually had like pencil toppers and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, he's like really found like some really cool obscure toys. A lot of them are like lesser known characters from some of the major lines and everything else. So he's really good if you're into like niche vintage toys. Um, like I said, look for what is it? Yeah, Vintage Toy Freedom. He does opening and unboxing videos of like the different things. Like I said, it's all stuff. It's like at that thing where if you grew up during the era of the toys that he shows, like you should know these. It was like pretty common, but they were not well known enough. Like I said, would be like the Centurion pencil topper. Um, I watched the Centurion show. I had a couple of the toys. I can't remember the characters and all, but I didn't even know that there was a pencil topper. So it's like really, it's actually really cool to watch his channel and like see a lot of toys that you like really didn't even know exist. But then when you see them, you're like, why did I not know about this? Because I had these toys, and I should have known about this. So he is really cool, and also, I mean, like, and if you ever buy from him, great communication and everything, very quick responses and all. I mean, packaging was great, and I mean, if you want to sit there and get into like a nitty gritty, okay, like there's like little scuffs here, like a little bit here, whatever, like all the really nitpicky reviews that people do of whatever. I mean, these things were 1986. Okay, which oh my god, I forgot that it was that year. Yeah, 1986 also was a very an emotionally charged year for me because the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, and the teacher that I had at the time was actually like one of the people who very likely would have gone up had Chris McCullough not gone. She had actually made it into like the like some of the first round of alternates they would have chosen. So, like I said, that was actually like kind of cool, and I'm kind of it's kind of fun to actually have toys that are older than my wife. So, but yeah, like these are like really cool. Uh, I may end up later on. I may end up opening them up and just kind of see whether or not the electronics and stuff are good, and like maybe throw some fresh batteries into it and go or whatever. Maybe basically like if I do anything to these, it'll just be to open them up, get the electronics working or whatever. Although I may end up putting visible lasers, into these or whatever. Uh, I do have to say, actually, these are like obviously I'm a lot bigger than the last time I saw these, but I was like, these are smaller than I remember. So, but yeah, these are cool. Like I said, go on to eat when you're on eBay. If you're doing a member search, it's Doombot, D00MBOT. I actually went through and saw some of the other stuff that he has for sale, or he's had for sale. I think like one or two of the auctions may have closed by now, from when I looked. But he seems to like really actually. He seems to usually have like really interesting stuff, or at least stuff that I would find interesting when when he actually is doing auctions and all. So, but yeah, this is really cool, and I do have plans for these. I'm going to end up actually making molds on these, and because I actually like the fact that it is very similar to the original RoboCop gun. So I may in the cast I may end up putting a trigger guard so that way I can do the whole flip around or whatever, and then actually try to make something close enough to the original RoboCop gun using the cast out of this, where you recognize it. Uh, and I may even actually, because I have a RoboCop Pepper file. I may even actually take like the thigh piece and make it so that way it opens up and then it comes out, so that way it kind of is a display piece or something like that. So who knows? I may even actually you put these into the RoboCop themed display case. So. And then this one I got. Let's see. Yeah, this one I got from what is it, Drones Group LLC. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I will be doing a more coherent video on these later. I'm just like, you know, I just wanted to actually get this out there so that way I'm like, cool, you can see like what it is I'm doing and some of the, and also like just kind of like get some ideas out on them and everything. But yeah, I will be doing a more coherent video. I'll actually be talking like a little bit about like the history of the Photon game and how it is that uh, how it is that like it really became popular in America and everything. Like I said, I'll be talking a bit more about those in the video. I may end up even doing later today. So, at least in the next couple days. Anyway, this one is the other thing that I got. Which, if this is what it is that it's supposed to be, this actually I got from the eBay username is Drones Group LLC, JONESGROUP LLC. I will try to actually put in the description or whatever. I'll go back. I may. if it's not on here when you watch the video, I will try to actually make sure I get in and actually edit the description. I kind of have a problem remembering to do that, so I will. I'm going to try to get in and edit the description and actually put like at least what to find if I not if I don't actually put actual links to stuff. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, I like this by the way. Like this has like been one of my favorite knives for a while. For no other reason than it just has an interesting handle, and I just kind of like it. Mm, okay. Wow. Talk about bubble wrap. Okay. Well, this actually becomes convenient. Uh, mm, wow. Talk about bubble wrap. Okay. Mm, okay. Oh, awesome. This actually has the bat. Okay. If you are a laser tag collector, uh, the biggest problem in laser tag collection is these. This is the battery back. This is the battery door for the Starlight pistols. Oh, I love. Oh my god, yeah. This is what I had when I was a kid. Photon was really cool because it had the helmet. Laser tag, I like. I mean, okay, I have to say, uh, yeah, of the two of them, I like the yeah. See, I like the laser tag design. I mean, I like this. A little bit better. Just the sleek, kind of more futuristic look to it and everything. This is definitely that like that just rugged. I mean, see this is more of a regular gun type of type of design and look to it and all. But well, the one thing this had going for it, you know, the one thing that this had going for it was the fact that it actually it had the cable that I think it's actually the same connector that the Atari used. It had the K. It can oh excuse me. Yeah, it connected from the gun to the chest sensor to the helmet, and so you had the sensor. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yeah, that was the little square thing. That's the sensor. Then you also have the chest sensor, and I can't remember whether it had a back sensor or not. I think it was just the chest. And then the helmet had a couple of sensors, if I remember correctly. And so, I mean, it was really good because there was like some skill, and you had the thing, and and Photon actually had like places like Photon was laser tag was more of a toy. It was what you went and got your kid and send them off to play and whatever else. Photon, on the other hand, was more of a game. And what I mean by that is that with laser tag, it was whoever had laser tag, whoever had all the laser tag stuff could play laser tag. Photon, on the other hand, actually had oh god, enter tag. Okay. Uh, Photon actually had places to go where you actually, like, yeah, you obviously you paid money or whatever, but like, yeah, you put on the equipment and you went out into the arena and you sit there and you sit there and you actually were, like, it was basically it was early paintball in a sense. Um, so yeah, I mean, it was oh wow, I'm just oh my god, I love these things. Okay, yeah, laser tag, yeah, 1986, World of Wonder. Yeah, I'm not sure where. Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I actually already had a couple of a couple of laser tag guns. These didn't have the battery back, and now I actually have a set that I can like. I'm very likely to have one or both of these that will just be put on display. Uh, but yeah, one is very likely to be put on display and not messed with. I'm probably going to end up putting an upgraded sound chip and a visible laser into one of them. And so that way, I mean, just because like it's one of those things that like you see a starlight, you need to you that thing has got to shoot a visible laser. So I don't know whether or not I will. Cause I'm really thinking about if I can put a visible laser in the sight, so that way I hit that and it goes and I have a tracking dot and then and then have a second visible laser. Uh, and then I'm gonna upgrade the sound chip. I might give it like a Star Wars phaser, or who knows? I mean, there's a whole wide range of things. I'm gonna play around with this because one of the things I don't know where I put. I have to dig that out. I have my Tron Legacy disc, which I upgraded, and people actually are upgrades are highly sought after, and so I may end up actually coming up with upgrades that I could do. That's kind of why. That's part of the reason why I went and got a pair, even though I had a pair already, is so that way I have a pair that this I can actually put on display, and now I'm really free to mess around with my other ones. Oh yeah, this by the way, that little orange zip tie. Okay, yeah, orange zip tie there. That's what, at least with Dragon Con, this is what they call peace bonding. Other conventions have different things and all, but yeah, it's one of the convention rules that, I mean, and once it's peace bonded, you can clip off all this extra. You just have to have this on there. This is what tells them that security has checked it out and make sure that it's actually convention safe and sent you on your way. I just haven't, done anything with it because I have a few ideas, that I was thinking about. Yeah, I have a few ideas of what I was thinking about doing with it. Yeah, when I picked it up and put it, put finger in, I was like, hey, wait a minute, I could actually go and have a trigger, and then I could have a mode select or something. Basically extend the trigger guard out and have it where I could maybe do different things, like have sliders or something like that in there that I use to do mode select or whatever else. Just kind of like really have fun. Because part of what you do as a prop designer is you realistic. I mean, you have to put yourself in the mindset of being a weapons designer for whatever military or company in the future. And you're like, what is it that this weapon does, and so on and so forth. And so that way you're able to design a lot of the stuff. This is if you're doing custom work. Now, if you're doing upgrades or replicas or whatever else, obviously, yeah, you're just okay. This long, this wide, it's at this angle, etc., and so forth. But what gets really fun when you start to get into doing the custom, design, and that's what I'm going to be doing with some of these. I do have some pseudo replicas that I'm looking at doing, such as like have a few ideas like for yeah, like that actually. Okay, that actually kind of works. Basically like variations of the Star Lord blaster. Uh, yeah, variations of the Star Lord blaster. See, I mean that actually works very well. Uh, I've got another one, so uh, and I mean pretty much just kind of like I want to come up with like two or three major designs, so that way I can work on an actual replica, but then also have ones where if people want to do their own thing, or like a lot of people like to really do original characters, like they will make up their own Marvel character, like uh you know uh, I saw one person who they were cosplaying a Vulcan, and there were numerous ships which were named over the course of the TV show, the movies, and so forth, but were never seen on TV. So their Vulcan was a science officer from whatever science vessel, whatever science vessel that was off mapping a nebula cluster, that was never on scene, and therefore they could say whatever they want about it. And so I may end up doing various weapons, like variation, like the Star Lord blasters are what I understand is a it's not a custom weapon. It's something that you could go into a weapons dealer on Outpost 14, and you would find, like the I don't know what the name of the gun is, but basically like the Star Lord Blaster, 17, the Star Lord Blaster Tempest, the Star Lord Blaster whatever. And so yeah, I may end up making like variations and things like that. So anyway, I'm going to finish eating lunch and like have my fanboy moment, but just wanted to let you guys know that hey, these things were great. Uh, And like I said, I will work on what it is I plan on doing with them and everything. Mm. And actually come up with more of a coherent video about them because oh my god, I love those things. Anyway, thank you guys very much, and like I said, I will get back to y'all in a little bit. Now, if I can figure out where the tab is, there it is. All right, well.